how 2020 got me feeling. Okay, so we are now in H3VR, Hotdogs, Horseshoes and Handgrenades. Still in early access. Has been for a while. Oh, that's the menu button. This is the walking button. So what we're going to do now is go and run some guns. So we're in the indoor range. First thing we're going to do is set our target to 5 meters. We've got a Glock 17 and a Desert Eagle on the bench, but that's not what we really want to roll with. And of course we've also got special weapon being the potato gun. But what we're going to do is set ourselves up with a couple of weapons. So first of all, your long guns. So these are rifles. This one, for example, an AR-15 SPR. It's got a shortened stock on it. What have we got here? Asval's MP5, which is actually technically a submachine gun. Oh, yeah, okay, SMG rifle. Fair enough. This is a variant of the AR-15. It's got a longer rail on it, but the side rails and bottom rails only exist in this little part here, and I don't particularly like that, especially with that rail being so close to the muzzle. So, good old M4A1. Okay, so the M4A1, based on the AR-15 platform. Clear the chamber. Fire the action. Close the dust cover. Just good drills. Good drills in the virtual world, good drills in the real world. So we'll sling that to our body, make it so that when we drop it, it just slings straight back down the front there. Alright, 30 round, 5.56 Stanag mags. Put that up the top, and again we'll just set that so that it is infinite respawn basically. So I don't have to worry about carrying a certain number of magazines. We'll go for a sidearm now as well. Pistols, huge range of pistols. The old 1911s, the Browning High Power, which is a 9mm version of the 1911 built by Browning. Of course, 1911 built by Colt. And let's have a look. 1912s. The M9s, which were a little bit difficult to use in VR, just with where the grip points are on all the models. So we'll go to my go-to, the USP Tactical. It's 45 caliber. Very easy to use. Clear the chamber, fire the action, put that in the holster, and again set it to green so that when we drop it, it just drops straight back into the holster. Spawn magazine. Alright, 45 caliber rounds. We'll put it down nice and low. Okay, more or less where my pistols would usually be if I was wearing a pistol belt. First attachment that I'm going to put on is a MX4 foregrip. Alright, now with your foregrips, I like to have them as far down the barrel as possible, just because it gives you that wider stability basis. Might seem silly talking about stability bases and stuff like that in a VR type game, but I like to run it as realistic as possible. Given that we're down under in Australia, we don't have access to weapons like these ones, so this is all I've got. ACOG's SO 2012, we're going to go with the Spectre DR. Okay, the Spectre DR is a two magnification scope. I'll turn locomotion off for now. So 2 magnifications. Why did that not turn off? There we go. 2 mags, 1 times and 4 times. You can see the little lever that moves there. We're going to leave that on 4 times because it's going to be our long-range optic. So see through there. And then what we're going to do, rail adapter, 45 degree rail. Right, it's going to mount just in front of our Spectre. And then we're going to go to reflex sights, and I'm going to grab our red dot compact, and it goes onto the 45 degree optic. So now, if I can find the red dot, there it is. Now we have a reflex sight on the 45 to the main sight. And that's basically all that we're going to do to our primary. For our secondary, all I'm going to do is put a laser light under barrel. Click. Okay. There we go. Laser light. All right, that will just help with a little bit of rapid target acquisition when we are doing our transition drills. All right. We said it is VR, but we're still going to try and do some good drills. So, magazine in to start with. Load around, brass check, close the dust cover if I can get to it. All right, we're then going to take that mag out, put a fresh mag in. So now we have 31 rounds in the gun. We're going to do the same thing with our pistol. Brass check to make sure it's there. Eject magazine, new mag in. We've now got maximum capacity on our sidearm. Coming from our high ready position, and acquire the target. Alright, not too bad. So using a combination there of rolling forward and acquiring the red dot on the target, and then just marinating on the actual 4 sights. So the red dot coming out to gain onto target, then marinate, crack off the round. Alright, we'll use the red dot sight first, and then we'll have a go with the 4 times. Alright, we'll go with the 4 times. We'll just do a couple of practice runs just to make sure. Alright. A few from low ready. A couple of little just practice ones, and then alright. So what we're going to do to start with, new mag in. Cock it, make sure we've got brass, eject, okay, and put the empty magazine in. So we're setting ourselves up for failure, right? We're going to have a first round stoppage or a second round stoppage. So we present, stoppage, oh, come on, get in there, reload, work the slide, and fire again. So now we'll do the same thing with our rifle. A couple of reload drills. Alright, empty magazine on. I'll just put it over there. Try doing that in the real range. I'll really love you for it. Alright. Oh, where's that? There we go. Alright, so that was pretty sloppy. Let's try again. So, present. Oh, it's always reacquiring that red dot. Because I haven't got the weight of the gun, it's a little bit hard to very quickly acquire that red dot. But, there we go. Alright, so present. And again, 5 meters, we're shooting low because of the difference in barrel to optic height. Right, so what we're going to do now is a transition drill. So we've got our primary gun set up for failure. We're going to fire and then transition to our secondary, conduct the reload on the secondary, fire, reload on primary, and then keep going. So Alright, not bad. A little bit sloppy. Wait, no, we don't want that, do we? Where'd my empty mag go? There it is. Come here. Alright, so we go again. This out. Alrighty, that was a little bit better. Alright, so this is what we're going to do a little bit differently. So let's get rid of that. So we need that one there. Measure of brass, yep. Get rid of that. Now, what we're going to do is put, come here, one single round into our magazine. So now we've got two shots. We've got one in the chamber, alright, one in the magazine. We're going to fire with the 4x optic, then fire with the red dot, switch to pistol, conduct reload, and then reload the primary, fire red dot, and then 4x. So when I reach down there, I actually grab the magazine instead of the gun. That's all right. Did it again, but whatever. Alrighty. So yeah, that's a few drills. I didn't do them very well. Don't know why. It's a little bit off. Alrighty. So we're at a nice little open range here. Once again, we've got some pretty cool guns lined up here, but oh, actually, I love these rounds. These rounds are fun. Come on. Yep. On that. On that. Huzzah. So 3-gun, we'll have a long gun, a sidearm, and also a shotgun. So let's set ourselves up. M4A1 spawn. USP. M1014. Okay. And some shotgun shells there. Alrighty, so what we'll do is walk forward a little bit. Alright, so we've got a range here. I've got a handful of, actually, let's do it this way. Lasers. Lasers? There we go, laser. Handful of little steel targets over there. I've got a steel target gallery over here. Another handful of steel targets over here. There are some steel targets out there at about the 50-meter mark, and then we've got some further steel targets. If I grab this, we can see them up there on the hills at about the 100 and probably the 200-meter mark, I'd say. So what we're going to do is a bit of 3-gun shooting. We're going to start with pistol, transition to rifle, and finish off with shotgun. The pistol, we're going to start on the 5 targets over on the side there. We're going to go through the gallery, and then the steel targets there. We'll switch then to rifle, go across the gallery again, go across these steel targets, and then shoot our 5 range targets. We'll then switch to shotgun, and it will just be 5 shots into the steel targets on the side there. So once again, primary gets loaded first, and we're going to top up, make sure we've got 30 rounds. Okay, same thing with our secondary, and then also with our shotgun. One, I'm then just going to cock it so there's one in the chamber. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it only takes 7. We'll find out. 8 in total. Alrighty. Come on. Jesus. Okay. We'll go from the holster this time, eh? All right. Well, that was much better. Where'd they go? There they are. Thought that might happen. For some reason I flicked to automatic. Well, that's a bit of fun. All right, so we've got some ISP sequences here. We're going to go random. All right. Oh, bad drills. Missed that one on the side. All right, we're going to go upstairs now. All right. Aside from that being largely terrible, could have been worse. 53, that's one of my better times, that's for sure. All right. Let's go again. All right. Oh, already got that one. Okay.